It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Boys and the Bucks on Thursday night.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
To get us started. And off we go from Tampa. The return is Mickens. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 45 on second down, Brady. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
For the Buccaneers, field goal. A 52-yard.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Throwing, Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First and goal from the 6. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
The highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Oh, the return is Mickens. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Brady. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Brady. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 17, Brady. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Brady going to throw deep for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Prescott down. It's caught. Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On play action, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. Jadon Mickens deep for Tampa Bay. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many, because once they get going, look out, things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career, and it's evident when you see that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something right there, but he's earned it.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. On the screen, Bernard. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Brady on target there to Godwin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From midfield, here's Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Brady again. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, now Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Brady to throw again. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now Bernard, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
With the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now Pollard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. they're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Oh, he shifts past him. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, it's Brady. He shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Brady to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Devin White able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. 2nd quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady now to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! 46 yards for Leonard Fournette. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it, and that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now 21-7. Touchdown now. It's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Prescott on 1st down. This to Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott now from the 50. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
He's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. They've got the lead. That's the good news. But you think they get him more involved going forward?
I think that they do, and that's what they always want to do because he's such a priority and he's such a big-time playmaker. But sometimes defenses take that away, and they've been able to find another way to get it done themselves.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They're winning. And look at the scoreboard right now.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing now is Brady.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bucs on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Brady. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
A 51-yard attempt.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. And individually, he's done his thing with the 2 touchdowns. Bottom line, though, they're losing.
Seems to me that they need to get the ball to him a little bit more. You're right, he's done his part. They might need a little bit extra from him in order for them to try and get back into this game.
Maybe a 3rd, maybe a 4th touchdown. We'll see. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
And Ndamukong Suh continues to be one of the pillars of a stout Buccaneers defense that helped the team win the Super Bowl last year. 6 sacks in 2020. And if you don't send extra blockers his way, that number will go up.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Brady now on 1st down. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and 4. To throw is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That throw by Brady incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Succop's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recovered, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Now Pollard.
Come on, fellas.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It's something we've said a million times, but we were treated to a fine performance in the first half from Tom Brady. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Now Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Hey, let's go back, Charles, to your preseason predictions. You gave us what you thought on the AFC. How about the NFC side in 2021?
All right, how about the Washington football team winning the NFC East? I think in the North, Green Bay comes back and represents again. In the South, Tampa Bay, who finished second in their division last year to New Orleans, they win the division this time. And then out West, the Los Angeles Rams with their new quarterback, Matthew Stafford. And I like the Los Angeles Rams in an upset over Tampa Bay to win the NFC.
And then earlier you said the Chiefs on the AFC side, so who do you have here winning it all?
Well, winning it all is going back to Kansas City, baby. Patrick Mahomes for the 3rd straight year in the Super Bowl. This time he wins it, and he'll be 2 for 3.
Yeah, I think I like the Chiefs as well, CD, but man, an AFC title again, a rematch between them and the Bills. It would kind of be cool to see the Bills back on top of the AFC, but I think you're right. I've got the Chiefs in the end as well. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But, Charles, we got a second here. Let's talk about rookies this year in 2021 and who really sticks out. On the offensive side, everyone always looks at quarterbacks, with Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones probably the headliners.
Yeah, rightly so. Zach Wilson will go in there as well because all 3 will have the ball from game 1. Najee Harris is a runner with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase as receivers with Philadelphia and Cincinnati. I'm going with Mac Jones because I think he's going to get his team to the playoffs after a year's absence. And he was kind of the unlikely guy to be the starter right out of the gate, and he's getting the ball right from the beginning.
All right, so you've got him as your offensive rookie of the year. How about the defensive side?
Well, I love Micah Parsons with Dallas as a linebacker. He's been a starter since the moment they drafted him. How about J.C. Horn and Pat Surtain as cornerbacks? Greg Rousseau is a pass rusher with the Buffalo Bills, and that's where I'm going with my defensive rookie of the year, Greg Rousseau.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First target, first catch at a first down.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Incomplete.
But if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that gets them back within 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Well, let's get back to taking a tour around our preseason predictions. Charles, I need your nod for most valuable player.
Well, how about Derrick Henry? Imagine if he gets back to 2,000 yards. It'd be the first time in NFL history that a runner goes back-to-back seasons with 2,000. And don't forget, he gets a 17th game this year. That could easily happen. How about Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, the leading quarterbacks? We always talk about quarterbacks. But Aaron Donald, he gets close, but never gets over the top. Defensive players don't get enough love. And here's my swing. Justin Herbert gets the Los Angeles Chargers to the playoffs and has a monster year as a second-year quarterback. Herbert or Donald? I'll go with Aaron Donald. Go with the defense.
Oh, okay. Last non-quarterback to win it, by the way. Adrian Peterson, 2012. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brady now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now Brady. And it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now Pollard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Prescott now able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards to pick up there. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
This is Elliott. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Devin White, the Bucs' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Prescott to throw it. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett, and he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So out come the Bucs now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Brady now to throw. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective, because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
2nd and 6.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Randy Gregory able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't get... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. 68 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, CD, let's turn our attention to some of the quarterback battles going on in the NFL. Jameis Winston winning the job in New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater's going to get another opportunity. But you look at 3 that a lot of fans are talking about. New England, Chicago, and San Francisco. A lot of intrigue in those 3 cities.
There certainly is, Brandon. And when I think about New England and Mac Jones winning the job, the word that came to mind to me was inevitable. I knew this was going to happen at some point. I'm not sure any of us expected it to happen right out of the gate, but Mac Jones takes over that team, and I think it's a good choice for them. When you move on to Chicago, think about what's going on there. Andy Dalton holding the seat. Justin Fields had a very nice preseason, and Chicago fans starving for a QB1 that they can grasp onto for a decade or more. I think Justin Fields has that job before midseason. And last but not least, Jimmy Garoppolo will be the starter in San Francisco, but Trey Lance will play in some specialty situations to begin with. I think we'll have a pitch bottle by about week 5 or 6, so it'll be fun to watch that one. And I'll just cap it with New Orleans. Jameis won the job. Taysom Hill goes back to his, RoboCop, Inspector Gadget type of a role, and New Orleans prospers.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. first down carry by Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brady going to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st down, Jones.
Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown.
7 yards to pick up there. Three yards remain for 2nd down.
Throwing now is Brady. This is caught. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. A first down throw for Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Dancing to his left. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Prescott from the gun.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott.
That's Gallup on the slant. Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. They're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Jones again on second down.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here's Brady to throw. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Suck him for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Running left, it's Fournette. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. First down, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into the hands of Cooper. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
action now. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.